quite different vocal qualities there. We're able to sing shit that you never thought was possible. Kia ora, my name is ZoeStibi, your vocal coach for today, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Jessie J, Coco and KZ singing Bang Bang at Singer 2018. Let's take a look at what these three ladies are up to with their vocal technique.
She got a body like an hourglass, but I can give it to her all the time. She's got a booty like Cadillac, and it's send you into overdrive. Oh, you've been waiting for that. Strap, hold up, swing your bat. See, anybody could be bad to you. You need a good girl to blow your mind.
Is this in a different key to the original? And look, the lyrics are on screen. Haha. It is in a slightly lower key than the original, but do we care? No, it doesn't matter. The key is so important that we just change it to flexible. It just means like the key that the song is originally written in. It doesn't mean that that's the key that you have to sing it in. So change the key, make it suit your voice type, and let's go back on that because I'm really loving this different in, they sound quite similar, don't they? But notice their mouth shapes and how that affects the vowel. And then we're going to keep watching. I like the instrumentation. It's very cool.
She got a body like an hourglass, but I can give it to her all the time. She's got a booty like Cadillac, and it's send you into overdrive. Oh, you've been waiting for that. Strap, hold up, swing your bat. See, anybody could be bad to you. You need a good girl to blow your mind.
Did you see? They actually got like different timbres actually. So Jessie J has quite a high timbre in her voice. And then you can check out my video here actually where I do a really in-depth look with a colleague of mine into Jessie J's vocal technique. But you can see Coco there. She's got a slightly darker timbre. Now that could be due to the size of her larynx. Potentially not, because it seems like, I mean, she's a lot shorter than Jessie J, even though they are wearing like crazy high heels, but it's probably due to the height of the larynx. So when the larynx is in a lower set position, it means that the vocal tract is longer and thus creating a darker timbre. You can create that by thinking about being, I always like to think about like you're the speaker at the beginning of the movies. Hi, and today's blah, 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 blah. And that way you can go bang, bang into the room. I know you want it. And you've got that slightly lowered larynx position there. Let's keep listening.
I know you want me. I'll let you have it. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute till you. I know you want it. I'll let you have it. Wait a minute till you take you there. Wait a minute till you.
Fantastic way to start a song there. Lovely breath equality coming in there. Excellent way for you to build the suspense as you're going along because you don't want to blow a gasket straight away. Now that's created by the vocal folds just opening just a little bit. And you can think about that. I always like to tell students to pretend that they're a yoga teacher and, oh, now you're going to go into downward dog and shavasana, asana. And that way you're going to get that lovely sound with a little bit of the breath coming in there. Important to note though that microphones don't really like a lot of breath. So I wouldn't suggest that you go into like a full-on falsetto. You've still got to have quite a thick vocal fold contact at this part in the range where you're going bang, bang into the room. And that lower part of the range, you've got to have a lovely vocal fold contact. Otherwise you're going to go bang, bang. And there's going to have like no power to the sound. So thinking about bang, bang, closing the vocal fold first, and then introducing the breath later if this is something that you struggle with.
Come on! Come on! Say, say, say! She got a body like an hourglass, but I can give it to you all the time. She got the booty like a Cadillac, but I can send you into overdrive. Been waiting for that. Hold up, swing your back. Singing your body could be good to you. You need a bad girl to blow your mind. I know you want it. I'll let you have it. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute, till you. I know you want it. I'll let you have it. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute till you sing it, Coco.
Before she does though, Jessie J has a fantastic high speech quality sound. You can really see that the larynx is really, really high, and that way she's keeping that thick vocal fry. She got a booty like an hourglass. Now you can hear as well, there's a little bit of crackle coming in just at the start of the voice there. You can't even imagine how much pressure she's under as well. It's really strenuous to do these TV shows because you are being asked to sing at the top of your game every single day. The stakes are really, really high. So we can forgive that little bit of a scratch. It could be anything from phlegm to just a little bit of tiredness going on. But we all know that this sits well in Jessie J's wheelhouse. And the way in which you can create that sound is rather challenging. But if you are someone who's looking to improve their vocal fold technique, then check out my Fundamentals of Singing course available down below. I also give away a free singing lesson on the tongue position, which would be really important if you are wanting to sing more like Jessie J. I want you to think more about the vocal fold closure. So speaking on pitch, she got a booty like an hourglass and it can send it into overdrive. Okay, even though this is my ringtone, I still don't know the words. And then, and so you're focusing on really speaking on pitch at a comfortable range for yourself, and then you're going to take that pitch further up the range for yourself, semitone by semitone. It's not necessarily about singing this in the original key. We want to make sure that you're not pressing, you're not pushing, and that the voice is free to move before you aim for those higher notes. It's not about how high, it's about the quality of the sound that counts. Let's see what Coco's going to do with this part. Quite different vocal qualities there, isn't it? As I said at the beginning, I think it's a lot to do with the larynx height as well. You can see that she's got this slightly lowered larynx position as well. And you can see as well with the mouth shape, it's slightly more up and down. If we just watch this part that she's just sung there on mute, we can just take a look at that. So you can see there that Jessie J's got more of a slightly wider, I always call it a letterbox mouth. This is much, much more helpful when it comes to that lovely high larynx speech quality sound. And you're going to see Coco's going into more of a length and You can see there where she's got that lovely lip rounding going on there. That's again a way that you can lengthen the vocal tract to make the sound a little bit darker as well. And then you notice as she's going up to the higher notes, she's spreading a little bit more. And that's a way that you can take that darkening out, and it will help you keep the vocal folds thick as you go further up in the range. Because sometimes with that slightly more rounded lip quality, we're not going to be able to get the acoustics that we need in order to keep the vocal folds thick going further up in the range.
You talk the talk, come and show me what your mama gave.
Yeah, come and show me what your mama gave. And then she's going into that slightly more spread sound. It's so important that we do get the mouth shape correct when it comes to this sort of singing. But I would almost say that it's got a lot more to do with the tongue than it's got to do with the mouth. So really think the mouth is important in order to get the timbre right, but the tongue is important in order to keep the vocal quality in where we want it to be. Okay, so keeping an eye just on her tongue there.
See, anybody could be good to you. You need a bad girl to blow your mind.
Yeah, she goes, so anybody could be bad for you. She's got that lovely lip rounding going on. And then you can really see that with the both of them, they got a lovely, lovely high tongue. So important that we get the tongue position correct. Check out my freebie down in the description below. Honestly, it'll like blow your mind and you'll be able to sing shit that you never thought was possible if you just get the tongue right.
Stripping on wood, getting right in an engine that could go. Batman, rubbing it, bam, bam, cocking it, queen, Nicky, dominant, and prominent. It's me, Coco and Jessie. If you test us, you're sorry. Riders up like the Harley, then pull up in the Ferrari. If we hanging, we banging, ranging, he's slanging. It ain't karaoke night, but get the mic as we're singing. B to the A, to the N, to the G, to the hey. B to the A, to the N, to the G, to the hey. B to the A, to the N, to the G, to the hey. B to the A, to the N, to the G, to the hey. See, anybody could be good to you. You need a bang on a play your mind.
Ladies, Jessie J, absolutely loving this performance. This is like literally just fucking made my day. You notice as well, she took the earpiece out. Often what happens is this is the inner ears that we wear. So these are my inner ears that I wear for performances, but you know, I'm a cheapo at heart. And so I'm using them for my online singing lessons because what it does is it means that not only do I have really like amazing sound quality in my ears for my singing teaching online, but it also means that these little, they're quite dirty. They do get like that. They're earplugs, right? But these little foam pieces on the side, basically, they act as earplugs as well. So it means that it blocks out the sound on the outside. It's really important when you're on stage like that you do wear sound protection so that you don't get hearing loss from all the instruments because it's incredibly loud up there. And what ends up happening is that you're hearing the instruments live and you're hearing them in the feedback on your monitors that are like that are in front of you and in here. So you've got it coming from all different directions. And that can make it very, very challenging to not only stay in pitch, but also in time. And it's something that just takes a lot of getting used to. And if you're someone who's in a band or you're in a group, it's really important that you start working with inner ears and earring protection straight away. And you can protect your hearing so that you can hear and enjoy music for the long run. Let's just go back on that to that. Jessie J is like freaking insane.
Dominant, prominent, it's me, Coco and Jessie. If you test us, you're sorry. Riders up like the Harley, then pull up in the Ferrari. If we hanging, we banging, ranging, he's slanging. It ain't karaoke night, but get the mic as we're singing. B to the A, to the N, to the G, to the hey. B to the A, to the N, to the G, to the hey. B to the A, to the N, to to the G to the hey, to the A, to the N, to the G to the.
Just before we get to that crazy part, did you see there as well? She goes B to the A, to the N, to the G, to the hey. And you can see that lovely lip rounding going on. Excellent way for you to create, again, that darkening sound or that darker sound, lengthening the vocal tract, making that timbre slightly deeper, darker, more resonant, all sorts of words to describe it. But it makes it sound like not so shrill.
Hey, see anybody could be good to you. You need a bang on a play on your mind. I know you want me. Baby, take a minute, let me take you. Take your take a minute, so you. I know you want it. I'll let you have it. Take a minute, let me take you. Take your minute, baby. 我左旋打开了电，马上回笼。这大地心上汹涌，不要跳动。全世界的表情只剩下这一种。人大英雄，我就是那条龙。我右拳打开了天，马上回笼。这大地心上汹涌，不安跳动。全世界的表情只剩下这一种。人大英雄，我就是那条龙。Save me, baby. Ooh, come on.
Done. I'm done for the day. Oh my goodness me. There was just such a, I like don't even know where to begin. These ladies, they're so different. It's so different. And then doesn't it just go to show that everybody is different? Everybody has a beautiful voice. Anyone can learn to sing. They've got completely different timbres. They've got completely different ways in which they did all of the, you notice there as well, Coco, she stayed sort of a little bit, she did do a couple of like higher notes as well in that thin vocal fold range and the head voice, which is absolutely fantastic. Again, it didn't go like full on belty. She didn't need to play to your strengths, but we couldn't possibly imagine to unpack everything they're up to with their vocal technique within one video. It just would be unfair because they've just had years of perfecting their amazing instruments, and it's all about hard work. Don't just say it's all talent. No, it's not. Talent only gets you so far. The rest of it is just pure hard work. I want to say thank you so much for joining me today to geek out about vocal technique with one of my favorite songs. It just like amped me up for the entire day. If you want to learn more about singing, then hit that subscribe button. Though, if you want to learn more about Jessie J's vocal technique, then check out my video here. Let me know down in the comments what was your favorite aspect of this performance, because it was so different. There was so much going on. I loved the instrumentation. And I loved that difference at the beginning as well, with the change in the style before we went into the song. Have an awesome rest of your day. Ka kite anō.